So on the night of December 2nd, a victim arrived at a residence in a red Honda Civic. A suspect vehicle pulled up and three individuals approached and at gunpoint forced him back into his vehicle. Between 11 p.m. and 12 a.m., the suspects drove the victim around the Martin Grove and John Garland Boulevard area, making demands. And when they returned to the residence, a second victim, the homeowner, approached the vehicle in the driveway. Both men were then forced inside the home, where a third victim was awoken. All three were held at gunpoint, and one suspect produced a shotgun. The suspects robbed the home of jewelry, clothing, cash, and cannabis before fleeing. But they fled in that suspect car, also in a Honda Civic, and the homeowner's blue Ford F-150. A short time later, at approximately 1:45 in the morning, uniformed officers from 12th Division observed the stolen vehicles in the Weston Road and Highway 401 area, and the officers blocked the red Honda Civic with their scout car, and the lone suspect attempted to flee on foot. But before the officers were able to effect that arrest, it's alleged that that suspect produced a loaded firearm and pointed at one of the officers. The officers were able to seize the handgun and take the suspect into custody, and thankfully no officers were injured. Shortly after, the stolen vehicle, the blue Ford F-150, was located and tracked to a dead-end street in the area of Albion Road and Islington Avenue. That vehicle charged at a scout car and also fled. But it was ultimately stopped by the emergency task force and members of our K-9 unit at approximately 3 o'clock that morning. And that took place in the area of St. Clair Avenue West and Runnymede Road. After a short foot pursuit, a second individual was taken into custody as well.
Jermaine Smith, 35, and Tajan Kelly, 30, both of Toronto, are being charged with a litany of serious offenses, including kidnapping, robbery with a firearm, and theft of a motor vehicle involving violence, otherwise known as a carjacking. Smith is also being charged with pointing a loaded firearm at an officer. Kelly faces additional charges for not complying with his release conditions and 2 counts of possessing a firearm contrary to a prohibition order.